All right. So what I'm doing here is basically sticking the Burton channel adapters that will come with a channel Burton board into the channel. There's one at the top of the board and one at the bottom, and you just slide both of them in. Sometimes they're hard to get in, but you kind of just have to mess with it until it'll get in. You basically just put both of them in, and you can slide them along the channel, which is sort of the nice thing about them. You can slide them along the channel depending on the width of your stance. What I'm doing here is basically just aligning the disc that will come with your bindings with the two adapters. If you have bindings that doesn't have the disc and it's just holes in your bindings, you would just do the same, just have your whole binding aligned with it. What I'm doing here is now grabbing the binding and putting it onto the board itself, in between with the hole in the binding and with the two adapters in it. And I'm putting the disc into the hole and lining it up with the two channel adapters in the channel. Just make sure it's in, sometimes it's not, and then you just screw it in, and basically that's all you really got to do for the most part. Your bindings are then connected to the board, and you'll be fine. Some adjustments that you can do are, you don't have to do this part either. I mean, I would do it if your bindings come with a cover for it. Not really necessary at all, but you basically just, like I'm showing you, just line it up with the hole and screw the cover in. Some adjustments you can do are adjusting the toe and ankle strap. What you do is you just unscrew the screw that comes already in the bindings, and then you can slide the strap up and down depending on how long or short you want the strap, and then you just screw it right back in. Here I'm adjusting the high backs, just the angle of it. You basically just loosen it, and then you slide that little square up, and you just screw it back in. Here, what I'm doing is adjusting the high back length, or the binding overall length, really. What it does is scooch it back and forward. As you can see right here, it's kind of hard to see, but after you unscrew it, you push the high back forward or back. You can see that black hole going back and forth, and you just set it how you want, whether your foot is smaller or bigger, and then you screw it back in like I'm doing. I just left it how it was because that's how I want it, but if you want it more forward, you just scooch it forward and then screw it back in. This is from the start of the video, the Burton channel adapters. You usually have 4 of them. If you get a Burton channel board, you can buy them really anywhere. They're pretty cheap, and you just put 2 of them in each channel. These are the Burton discs. These are the Burton ones, but they come with a whole bunch of different type of bindings. The 2 outer holes will go with the Burton channel, or you just align them with the 2 adapters that I was just talking about, and you just screw the bindings in. The 2 slits at the top and bottom are for a different type of board, which I'll talk about in a moment, but you just line them up with the holes on your board, and then you just screw the bindings into the board. The nice thing about these discs is you can change the angle of your bindings with the disc, because it can rotate the disc itself, but the bindings can rotate a different way. So you can line it up with the holes, and then your stance could be more duck-footed. These are 4 different type of boards. The one on the left is the Burton channel one, which I showed. The third board is a older board, which I won't really cover. They don't make them anymore, and they're hard to find. The second and fourth board are more common ones. Like I was talking about with the disc, what you would do is you would just align the disc with some of those holes depending on your stance, and just screw the disc straight into the board, and then that's all you really have to do. They're more commonplace. The channel one only comes with Burton branded boards. So alright, so what we have here is a diagram of different snowboard stance angles. It's a picture from the Burton article, which I'll link below, but the one on the left is more of a aggressive one. I would stick, usually, at least for most people and even myself, the one on the right. You can try positive and positive. I don't know, both the ones on the left are more for like competitive stuff, but the one on the right is a more common one, especially where both the numbers are the same. So like in his example, 12 and 12, or maybe you could have 0-0 or 15-15. I would keep it 15-15 or below in increments of 3. So 9-9, 6-6, 3-3, 0-0, and things like that are pretty good for beginners.